Welcome everyone, this is Reverend Terri Newlon of TerriNewlon.com, channel for Ascended Master Djwhal Khul since 1980. This is the spirituality article information for the week of June 14, 2012. For my fellow Americans, happy Flag Day, and then happy Father's Day, happy New Moon, and happy Summer Solstice. It's really quite a packed week. All right, here we go with the channeled message. Djwhal Khul here, Tashi delay. All right, we are in a very spiritual point of tension, as we put it sometimes, meaning something like you might say, stuck in the frying pan or something like that, saying that things are very heated up and maybe a bit difficult for many members of humanity right now. So I decided to title this one, Call Forth the Good in All. And before I talk about that, I'm going to explain what's going on, why people are going on killing rampages and sometimes harming themselves rather severely, or blowing off steam, yelling at other people. We have quite a bit going on, mostly with the brain and the magnetics. The magnetic storms in particular really affect many things. They affect the aura. They affect whether or not one can stay grounded and stabilized and present in their body. People prone to bipolar or other disorders are especially having troubles maintaining, people with unresolved rage or other angers and heavy emotions, sadness, fear, resentment, etc. They're really swelling up now. The resentments and the guilts are manifesting in cancer forms. Crime will be kind of on the increase. Cognitive function in general will be lower than normal. Sleep rhythms will be disturbed. Even if you're, in bed for 8 hours, it doesn't mean you slept for 8. What actually counts as sleep is going to be less than that during this time period. So it may take 10 or 11 hours in bed to get enough rest to keep the brain stable. So other things that are affected, mostly in the third eye and crown chakra region. So for example, if you touch the top of your head and it's tender, that tells you something's going on in the body. Or if it feels a little bit like your third eye, or your forehead, or even your nose is a little bruised or just tender again, or around the ears is tender, the ears themselves and the skull around the ears, and the base of the neck. The base of the head at the top of the neck. Sometimes that's an indication of, the neck needs to be adjusted, but again, these are signals. So one of the best things that you can do is keep your electrolytes in the body. It's summertime for some of you and wintertime for others of you. Some climates are dry, some are not. But basically, one electrolyte drink a day. Fond of the Ultima Replenisher over, because there's no sugar in it, and you're not going to be worrying about dye, also weakening the kidneys. So sugar and dye both weaken the kidneys. But any electrolyte is better than none at this point in time. So whatever you can get your hands on, especially if you're prone to headaches. The pineal gland can be exercised. It will assist quite a bit. You can use the image of a pine cone for the pineal gland, and we've done some work with that in recent years. Or see the pineal gland as a pine cone spinning, like an upright pine cone spinning, very slowly, not wobbling or really fast, just kind of staying in motion, just like planets keep their balance by revolving around the sun and keep their orbital pattern. So that's another way to work with it as well. Now, calling forth the good in all. We want to ask the subconscious collective of humanity to call forth the good energies, to call forth kind deeds, to call forth the blueprint of creation, which is a cooperative flow. Essentially, the subconscious minds are running rampant with whatever is there. It might be a book they read and then they act out a crime like it, or a movie they saw and then they bring about their own version of it. The subconscious programming is very sensitive right now, very sponge-like. And as I mentioned before, if there's an unresolved anger issue or something like that, it comes up. Or if the belief is strong that you might get cancer, you're really drawing that to you now. So you want to have the subconscious mind directed to do something positive, and to pull it forth in the most spiritual way possible with grace and ease. So, dear collective subconscious and my own personal subconscious, please call forth the good in me and the good in all other beings at this time. All right. As always, thank you and my love to you.